Can you believe it?
No, I can't.
Well, you've been doing this many a year.
We have, you know, time sure passes fast when you're having lots of fun.
And we have had a bunch of
And we have
fun.
had fun, and we've gone all over the state and cooked a lot of different things. Now, you all are going to have to suffer through all these hairdos just like I am. Stick around. I think you're going to like it.
If you don't have a pencil and a piece of paper in your hands right now, you're sure going to wish you did. Because this is one of the greatest things Phyllis Spear of the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission ever whipped up. It's called a homemade bacon onion dip. And me and Jim Holmes stood there and snarled at each other over who was going to get to lick the bowl. We're in Phyllis's kitchen, and while she cooks, I'm having a bite of her coffee. Let me tell you, this is hard on your dentures, but it's good.
Oh, well now, why would you bother to drink coffee if you were going to just drink a little bit of clear
Absolutely.
water?
But yours is special.
Oh, yeah, it's
You
special.
stir it with a greenbrier.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Have I got something fun for you today?
What is this?
Well, I'm calling it homemade bacon onion dip, but it's a dip like you do with chips, but it's homemade. You've had that stuff in that carton, you know, they call it onion dip.
Yeah.
They kind of maybe passed an onion over it.
Now,
I don't know.
I've never had a dip I didn't like,
You
but I've never seen one,
Well,
met one.
this has got some body to it. I think you're going to like this dip.
How about a spoonful of this coffee?
We could put the coffee in it, and then that really, we might try that
No,
a little
let's
later.
don't.
A little later. What we've done is taken, about a cup of sour cream.
Sour cream.
Now, I'm going to tell you something, John. I didn't use the low-fat, low-calorie stuff in this one.
you got the pile it on
Does that
stuff.
surprise you?
The good old...
But what I did want to tell you was you could actually do that.
Yeah.
If you wanted to use non-fat cream cheese and you wanted to use, sour cream, no-fat sour cream, you could do that, and it would be, and you could actually even leave the bacon out, but I wouldn't suggest it.
Yeah, it's not very
done,
good, but you could do it.
What I've done is taken about a pound of really sweet onions and caramelized them down to the point they look like this. Now, don't get in a hurry when you start to try to do this. It probably takes 15 or 20 minutes from the time you start to cook the onions, and you don't want to cook them real fast, but what that does is bring those sugars out in them. Well, I'm just clanging everything I touched today.
Well, I may be staying a little close to you. What kind of oil did you put in there? Nothing.
You can put a little bit of olive oil, or you can use just vegetable spray if you want to.
You used a raw bone pan?
If you'll just take, I sprayed it with vegetable spray. And you can, sometimes I do olive oil, but not, real often. So now, that's about a pound of onions, and we're going to put those in there and stir those up like that. Then we're going to add like a teaspoon and a half. Well, good grief, this could take all day.
No, go ahead and guess at it.
Well, I got to get this thing off here.
Oh, okay.
My goodness. A teaspoon and a half of white wine vinegar. You want a vinegar, but you don't want it real, real strong. And then you want a little dab of Worcestershire, and I'll guess at that. That looks about right. About a teaspoon.
It's a dab. That's a pure dab.
That's a dab. And then about a quarter cup of fresh chives. Now I got these at the grocery store. I happen to grow some outside, but if you don't have chives, you don't want chives, use green onion tops. That'll work just fine too. Put those in there. Then I've taken, this is about 8 slices of bacon.
Oh my goodness.
And I've cooked it, and then I've just ground it up like that.
Phyllis, I didn't even want anything this good.
Oh, this is so good.
You gonna put anything else in there?
Well, you can salt and pepper if you want salt and pepper in it. I personally don't think with that bacon and stuff that it needs anything else. And that's really all there is to this dish. Then what I like to do is put it in a pretty dish, serve it, and then I guess you'll get to taste it and eat out of that dish. But this is really good for holidays. It's good. It's a good thing to do at camp. And the neat thing about it is you can cook the bacon ahead of time. You can cook the onions ahead of time because you want those onions to cool down to room temperature anyway. So you can cook all that ahead of time. if you're going to deer camp or duck camp or whatever, you can take that with you, and then you can whoop out a good old dip. And
just fascinate everybody.
People will think you've really done something.
Right.
Yeah. So now, if you want to try that, these potato chips these are those sun chips. These are whole grain. These are real healthy for you.
Let me do one of the one of the healthy ones.
Well, while you take a little taste, I'll tell the folks how we did that. I took about a pound of sweet onion and just sauteed that. And actually what we did was caramelize the onions till they're golden brown. You want to do that, then let those cool down to room temperature. Take, about a cup of sour cream, about a half a block of that cream cheese. Mix all that up with about a 1/4 cup of chives, a little bit of white vinegar, a little bit of Worcestershire. Salt and pepper if you want it. I don't think you probably need salt and pepper personally, but what do you think?
Have I ever told you that if I run across a dip that is really outstanding, I can keep a chip in the air all the time?
So you think this will eat, huh?
Oh, yeah.
It's probably the best thing I ever made.
Don't take it to deer camp, bring it to my house.
Homemade bacon onion dip, you try.
Gosh, it's good.
It's good, isn't it? Oh my gosh. That's laughing. I'll have one more.
Me too.